Hey everyone, Gregor Arturo here. I am making this lovely moment from Nevada City, California. See if you can get a good view outside, maybe. I'm not sure with the sunlight and glare. See the mountains off in the distance. I'm up on Harmony Ridge, about 2,000 feet above Nevada City. And the reason I'm making this video is, as I haven't made any lately, is because an article ran this morning on extreme self-reliance. And I've been talking about this concept for a while, even though this article is beautifully written. It's on my wall, my timeline. I highly recommend reading it. It's well written, it's well executed, and it's also just defining one of the greatest social issues of our time. And I've talked about a bunch, not publicly, at least with friends, the dynamics of polarity of relationship, the trinity of relationship, which you have two extremes. You have independence and codependence, and in the middle you have interdependence. And American culture has fueled the notion of independence and codependence drastically, especially independence. And as in throughout the burner community, the free thinker community, self-reliance has become so profound. And so one of the things that has been like coming to my being is really what it is to be fully vulnerable, be vulnerable with all of you, vulnerable with my feelings, my perceptions, my thoughts, and uh, relay what I've been experiencing, because that's the most I can talk about is my own experience, how I've been experiencing Earth and my interactions and my relationships with everyone, and most in particularly myself, as in my really only reference point, my true perception of reality is Gregor looking outwards. Everything else is based on faith. You are based on faith. However, through this whole experience of basing my externalization of faith in reality, I have come to take a chance, a leap of faith that you actually exist, that you are a part of my reality. And from this massive form of compassion comes forth. And that in the beginning, that compassion itself is almost like a level of faith. But now it's evolving out of faith into reality. And that we really do know and feel each other's presence in this reality, in this universe. And so, 8 years ago, uh, someone sent me an email on vortex-based mathematics, 4-hour introduction. I've probably talked about this before. Many of you've probably heard me talk about this, but the thing I'm relaying is my mindset, and to the best of my ability and forthcoming of language to articulate such an abstraction, uh, is 2 hours into this 4-hour lecture, like my reality just like stopped, and I had to. I was encompassed by this level of knowledge, and that I realized very fast that this was this was my path, and that I knew, I could feel how I understood, how I interpreted this information. And I was aware that my ability to process and analyze and interpret this information was very unique among human beings. And it was with that I pursued it wholeheartedly. And so my waking up period process began when I was 19 and really blossomed, fully blossomed by 23. And when I stepped into that, there was no going back. This was my reality, and that my reality was Earth. My reality was you. My reality was family. It was the whole scope of everything around me. And for the last 5 years, the it's been six. I've been focused on one primary concept: a team, a bringing together of alchemists, of light workers, of healers, of doers, of permaculturists, of people who are able to innovate their reality to a level of extreme articulation and beauty. And the thing that's been the number one hindrance toward that has been ourselves. Has been this notion of extreme self-reliance that has come forth within these communities and with the American community at large. In that everyone I'm like, hey, let's work together. Let's do something amazing. Let's change the world. The thing that always stands in front of of this process is independence. And that it's like, well, I'm already doing this thing. I already have this plan. I already have this direction. I'm already like self-reliant away from the system. I don't have to work a 40-hour job anymore. I'm doing my own thing. I'm stable. I'm not consumed by the slavery of the system. Yet in some ways you still are. You really are. And that one of the beautiful things I heard say in this article, and like, we're pack animals. Like, it's a phrase I really don't ever hear, but we're pack animals. And like, one reason we're so lonely is we don't have a pack. When you leave to go to work and leave your dog at home, it wonders if you're ever gonna come back home again, because you are its pack. You are its family. We run together. It's the idea of what really a soul group is, and that we run together. We cross paths with each other more than anyone else in existence is within our soul group. In that there's a reason why. Because of how we make magic when we are in the presence of each other. How much our awareness is stimulated by the presence of each other. In that there's only so much you can do on your own. And I'm a visionary. I can envision the most beautiful aspects of where this planet can go. And there's so much. I could talk for hours of all the beautiful things and which is like coming forth out of like human consciousness on this planet, on the metaphysical to the grounded reality of how it actually manifests. It's all there. It's all potentially fluid at our fingertips right now. But what is hindering us is us. It is us working together and coming together full time. And there is this level of fear of like, well, I have this nice little comfort spot, like this bed, it's so warm. I just want to like be in it every day and to like step outside. That's scary. That's really scary. I'm not sure if I can like but the thing is when we step outside that comfort zone and we step into the light, that like those those visions can like actually come to our fingertips. They can actually come into our reality because we've been like fostering our own egg of a world. Because what's beauty about this time and ascension is we've been all on our own individualistic timelines, our own projections of holographic reality. But as we're coming into full fruition, full awareness of our being, that I am in my conscious reality. I am in this conscious room by myself, but it's conscious. It's fully here. But as soon as someone steps into this room and is also at that conscious level, then our conscious realities are collapsing together into one timeline. So what happens when everyone is conscious together on one timeline? That is ascension. That is when the world collapses into an open reality like never before, in which finally we're a pack among each other and we're not running these separate holographic systems. It's really stepping into the internet of metaphysical reality, which we haven't been doing. We're still all sitting at our desktops together and like getting a glimpse of each other through AOL Instant Messenger and stuff like that. But it can be right here, fully, very fluid and like yumminess, like everywhere. But we have to work together. Like I can't even begin to like stress work together. Say it with me. Work together. And so I've been on the front lines for the past like 7 months, being down in Los Angeles. I mean, the city of angels, and seeing uh, what it, what is happening and the beautiful people coming together and the groups and everything involved. I've been working with a team for the last 6 months also in Vegas called Delphi Amphitheater. It's the best thing going in terms of the group collectives coming together. It just like brings such warmth to my heart to know it's happening, even though there's still blockages making, you know, hindering this from moving forward, but you're seeing beautiful minds come together and work together. It's so good. And that we have 160 acres in escrow, 45 minutes south of Vegas, and all surrounded by BLM, overlooking the Colorado River. It's a beautiful piece of property, and we're building a transformational event center. It's like Epcot meets Burning Man, and it's wonderful. And it's the best thing going because we are coming together. And the thing I like want to share, like more than anything, and it's so hard for me to share because many people interpret it from a place of ego. However, I feel like we're coming to a place of consciousness, of perception, to where I can communicate this like wholeheartedly. And so I'm going to do the very best to my language and presence of being to express myself as an extension of Gaia in this moment. In that we are an individual, but in many ways we are also a tool. And I am a tool for Gaia. I'm a tool to bring forth very specific knowledge in this reality, as we all are. We all have a purpose. We all have a path. But when I introduce this with vortex-based mathematics, is that my mind has a very unique way to interpret this information. And that many of the great physicists and mathematicians have language disorders, and I have an auditory processing disorder. And so like at 2 years old, when language is massively rewriting the aspects of reality, that disorder was actually like a shield to protect me from how English rewrites certain aspects of our reality, and allowed me to retain natural organic thought processes, especially around physics and math, as you see within Indian culture, because the Vedic language actually supports it instead of deters it. And so, what I'm bringing forth, my gift, is the understanding and the interpretation and the expression, the articulating of certain etheric understandings of reality. And so, like I just shared forth on Facebook, that the zeroth dimension is the root dimension of perception, of perceptual awareness, and that the act of observation relies a polarization of the infinite to the infinitely small, a single point, a single reference of observation, of focalization. But to focalize on something, we must forget everything else in existence. For that's forgetting something out of the process. We have to let go to receive. That is the whole idea of this reality. And so with these understandings, I've been applying it to technology, I've been applying it to art, I've been applying it to the human construct. And it has allowed me to envision and see a pathway in which we can create a beautiful reality. Like I can't even begin to like fathom how like phenomenal like this all is. But the thing is, the vision that I'm envisioning and have been seeing for a long time doesn't do squat on my own. It doesn't work, guys. It just doesn't work. It doesn't matter how good I can envision my reality and bring it forth into existence. It's not gonna do squat. I'm just gonna keep running into the same karmic cycles I've been dealing with this entire time. But really, what's like the breaker in all of it is like just working together is actually like a team, like what it means to like create a team. I did a Kickstarter in 2012 called the Fellowship of Tesla, and it did not get funded, but at the same time it was a deep expression of what I've been feeling, what I've been articulating. It's still a little ahead of the curve of like what it means to get like a well-balanced archetypal team together, like Knights of the Round Table with King Arthur and the 12 Knights, and like Merlin Avatar, and like 12 around one, and like understanding these geometrical constructs within like human consciousness is a powerful thing to start to apply to our being and interaction, because we're at a point right now in history where the old system is crumbling. It is no longer sustainable. And I mean, that's something you've heard many times, but it's not. As in, because of that, it is crumbling. It is falling right now. There's a vacuum being created, and it is of our responsibility to step into our power more than anything right now. If you have disliked the system this much, why do you continue to participate into the extent that you're doing every day? Are you doing it because of fear? Are you doing it because of comfort and security? Those are questions to ask yourself. Like, truly ask yourself and like sit with it. Like, what does that mean to be partaking in this system? How do you feel about it? Because when I sit with it myself, blah, like, that's a participation I don't enjoy. And there's certain things I do enjoy, and that there are aspects of our reality that are completely willing to nourish within the old system. But at the same time, there are many methodical interactions that are not beneficial. We really need to figure out on an individual level how we're participating in them and how we wish to change that. And of course, all in baby steps. As in, this is a great example with so many things. And I talk about nutrition and diet. And so I've been vegan for over 2 years and vegetarian for over 5, and been pursuing this whole nutrition bandwagon for about 7 years, like intense research and discussion with people all the time. And anyone who tells me, "Hey, I'm thinking of going veganism right now," I'm like, "Well, first question is like, do you eat meat right now?" Yeah. I'm like, it's probably not the best idea. As in, like, try like just cutting down on meat and like engaging in the free will of the moment. It's something we've thrown out the door so much, is the free will of the moment, and that we just create these constructs. Be like, "Oh, I'm going vegan, so immediately that means all these things in my reality are gone," and you're taking free will of this construct. But then you're no longer engaging your free will in the construct anymore. And then that becomes a computer program, something that's just robotic played out throughout the experience. Where if someone hands me a piece of meat, do I feel like eating this? Is this something I want to partake in? You know what? This whole situation right now with how it's being brought to me, yes, I want to partake in it. No, I don't want to partake in it. And it was me engaging in that process for 7 years that only about 2.5 years ago that have said no every time since then. And that's how I've come to a level of letting go of that in my life. It was a slow process, but it was a comfortable process of moving through. I didn't beat myself up. That's one of the biggest things we do, is we beat ourselves up. And trust me, I've beat myself up so much. I'm like, "Gregor, you're not doing enough. The planet's not changing. You still have all this like Atlantean karma on your shoulders. You gotta like move it. You got like, there's reasons you gotta do this. Come on, step up, step up. Hey, Gregor, you're taking a breath. Don't take a breath right now. You gotta get back up and like keep working." Reject that phone call. um, from Virginia. Virginia was just calling me. Virginia makes me think of John Carter of Mars. Great movie, by the way, worth watching. Uh, oh, that sort of like broke my little trance. So let's like recenter. And so, if anything, from my reality, my level of like being, what I'm communicating forth, is I am asking for help. I'm asking to take a massive load off of my shoulders. And some people are like, "Well, I'm it's not all on you, Gregor." I'm like, "Of course it's not all on me. Obviously. It's not all on you either. It's on all of us." But the thing is, where is your awareness right now? Where is it focused? Is it focused on, your phone, or is it focused on like feeding your belly? Is it focused on being comfortable? Or is it focused on like the now? Like really, like right now. Like taking into the entire socio-political landscape and the financial system, and the degradation of the cultural family unit and every aspect in our reality and relating to the now. And the thing that comes forth most, as I am an extension of Gaia, of the human consciousness, I feel pain. I feel so much pain. And at the same time, you almost saw like a little smile come out of me. It's because that pain reminds me of the oneness. It reminds me of who I am, of what I'm connected to, of what I am moving forth every day, of every breath that is coming out of my being, and why I push forth as a human being. That is what makes me me. That is what brings the warrior of Gregor out into the existence of this experience I am sharing with you. And so, please, I am asking you from like the bottom of my heart, like, wake up. Wake up, please. Because it is also a choice. It really is. Do you choose to wake up? Do you want to wake up? Because many people in my community, to them that's like a given. But they don't actually necessarily act like it's a given. Embody that choice. Embody the choice to wake up. Live it. Be it. Every breath of externalized into the creation of this holographic reality. Embody it. Be the knight. Be the warrior. Be the wizard. Be all these different archetypes you think you can be. But even without the labeling, just live it to the fullest. And so, I mean, the biggest thing that I can ask is will you work with us? Will you work with Gaia? And I say that out of like the most humble parts of my being, to step into this power, to live it. I've lived out of my car now for 14 months, yet again on the road. And am I saying this in terms of victim consciousness? No more victim consciousness. I'm going to throw that out the door like, woo. I'm saying that is because I let go of the comfort, let go of the security to do this, to pursue this. I wake up, I do this. This is my life. It is frontline indigo warrior status every day. This is what I do. This is what I breathe. Breathe it with me. Step into this. This is like the coolest game ever handed to you, like ever. You know how many karmic cycles we've lived on Earth again and again and again and again and again and again? Oh my God, I've lived Gregor so many times, you can almost say, but different like versions of Gregor. Trying to figure out how to like get out of this karmic cyclical vortex that we've created. Like, I can go on, but like I started laying some of the revelations I've had lately. People are like, "Whoa, that's too much, Gregor. That's just too much. Like, a little too weird for me, even." Like, and so it is what it is. All I can say is like, whew, whew. And one of the things that's different about this timeline is I figured out this. I figured out the wands. And there is so much more than meets the eye to these wands. And as soon as we can get them made with nanocrystalline materials and take it up a whole level and DJ and I are going to start collaborating as he melts the glass to bring the metal to the surface and electroforms it, and like, oh my God, that is just beautiful. And my friend Kella is coming together as well, and the alchemists are going to make some really phenomenal wands and taking human consciousness amplification modem bandwidth technology to a whole new level. And so with all that, without further ado, I would like to introduce the now to you right here, because it's delicious. And all you have to do is hop on board. And yeah, I think that's a good chunk of positive speaking and expressing my reality and like gauging a little bit of vulnerable Gregor moments of beauty and pain. The yin and yang of the moment. And so I let all of you to go enjoy your day, experience what you experience, and let's create some magic. Let's create some magic, because there are many indigos on the front line and we need to be relieved. Yes, we do. But we don't need to be fully relieved. We just need backup. We need backup. More love, guys. More love. So much more love. Woo! Blessings. Gregor out. Love all of you. Ray, 3 seconds of silence and smiles. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.